The Bayou Classic.
Bayou Classic.
The Bayou Classic.
The big Bayou Classic weekend is now upon us.
70,000 plus black people attending a HBCU football game.
We're chopping it up. It's one of the biggest black contests for football that is in the country.
But Bayou Classic tradition represents more than just a football game. It has become one of the biggest African-American social events in the United States.
These are the two premier HBCUs in the state of Louisiana. It means something to win this.
Oh, I'm excited to talk about it.
There's nothing like the Bayou Classic. For me, it changed the trajectory of my life.
I grew up in it. I bathed in it, man. I went to not just the Bayou Classic, not just the home game. And so I saw what we see today, the cooking, the hanging out, the being at the hotels and so forth, watching the band walk in. Can you imagine a little kid they say, always pay attention to the younger kids because they'll pay attention to you.
My Aunt Tasha and my Uncle Gerald, who attended Grambling and was in the band there, took me to my first Bayou Classic in the late 90s, early 2000s. I had a chance to see the pageantry of everything surrounded when it comes to football, the band, the fans, the pride of the two schools. Most importantly, for me, I'm still talking about Southern to this day because of that game.
Living in New Orleans, I wouldn't say I didn't know about the Bayou Classic, but growing up, we never went to the Bayou Classic. I went to the Bayou Classic one time when I was a kid, and all other times I watched it on NBC, just like most of the country did. Ever since I started at Southern, so fall 2008, I haven't missed the Bayou Classic, even the one in Shreveport during COVID. I don't call it Thanksgiving weekend, it's the Classic weekend. Skip Thanksgiving, we going straight to Friday and Saturday.
Thanksgiving, you can sit down, you can have dinner, you can fellowship, you can pray together, but you better believe come Friday, all of that goes out of the window for the weekend when Southern and Grambling make it down into New Orleans. And that Friday night with the Battle of the Bands, you got the Grambling State World Fame, the Southern University Human Jukebox. It's 30, 40,000 people at the Battle of the Bands and the Greek show. And I mean, when you turn around and look at that and see that impact, and just for me, thinking about all the young people who are being, persuaded and culturally pushed to say, this is who we are, this is what we do. And to fall in love with that and know that's an imprint that's lasting once you leave.
Like you mentioned about Thanksgiving, I could recall back, I had half my family went to Grambling and half of them went to Southern. My dad was in the band, played clarinet, big old cat playing clarinet. So I can recall watching the bands leave out of the stadium. It was so much pageantry coming out of there, that pride. Grambling believes in their school and we believe in our school. Playing in that Superdome and seeing that many folks that black, like I tell my kids right here, black, brown, and beige, beautiful people, it just sent chills down your back, man. I mean, just to see all these people. You see the mobile homes out there, Coach. You're like, we got money. You people got some money, man.
I always remember the song, a Cajun, New Orleans type song that comes on when the Bayou Classic kicks off. Seeing the behind the scenes now of what goes on with the Classic has been very eye-opening. I can see this being larger than it is. The Bayou Classic is New Orleans. New Orleans is the Bayou Classic. This whole weekend in itself is much more than just the game. It means a whole lot to us. It started the trend of the Magic City Classic, the XY, the John Merrick, all these other classics that are now popped up. It all started because of this particular game.
Hurricane Katrina, now a Category 5 storm with maximum sustained winds of 175 miles per hour. For those with nowhere to go and no way to get out, the Superdome was opened as a refuge of last resort.
Katrina hit my sophomore year of high school. I was one of the few thousands of people that had to sleep in the Superdome during Katrina. Having gone from sleeping in the Superdome to sleeping in the Astrodome, which is next to Reliant, where the Bayou Classic was played later that year. And just now going back into the Superdome and being like, man, it was some real stuff going on in this building. and just knowing where we were 20 plus years ago into where we are today. It's a sight.
During Katrina, we did the Bayou Classic in Houston.
Very appropriate that it shifted from New Orleans to Houston because this city really outreached to the hurricane evacuees. More than 25,000 were housed in this area after Katrina, providing shelter and support.
It's not the same. You have to be in New Orleans to experience. It's an experience.
No such thing as recreating a culture. How you going to recreate something that is successful? We have some great classics all over the country, but the granddaddy of them all is the Bayou Classic.
The Louisiana Superdome, and many thought this facility would never open again for a sporting event, but here it is, renewed and ready for the 33rd edition of the State Farm Bayou Classic, and a big crowd on hand, and boy, they're loud. Fans from all over the country have returned to the Superdome to cheer their favorite team in this classic black college matchup.
It's wartime! It's a win-win situation when you have two football teams fighting to the end.
You just want to be the best if you're not the best any other time during your year, simply because you want to have the bragging rights.
Like last year, Southern won by 1 point. We fought like we were 11-0 because this is Grambling on the other side. You're not gonna lay down. Grambling not gonna lay down on us. You wanna win. That's what you wanna do. You don't go to Bayou Classic to lose. You go to win.
This is my wife, Margaret, a Grambling State University alumnus. I'm Barney Huggins, Southern University alumnus, and we both are pulling for Grambling. See what I'm saying? That's what I meant when I said house divided.
I mean, it's fierce. I mean, and there's no rivalry like a sibling rivalry. I mean, you know, siblings go back to Cain and Abel, right? That sibling rivalry is something that is unmatched.
If you go to Grambling, you're embedded as a Tiger. I'm embedded as a Jaguar. So you believe in where you went to school and where you picked up your formidable years. I guess you could say it that way, your formidable years, where you grew. And that says a lot about all who laid the foundation long before we ever came. 1880, as well as, I think Grambling may be 1900 something, but anyway. See, that's the pride. I don't know their pride. I know ours, we 1880.
No other schools really bring that combination of athletic competitiveness on the field as well as the band competitiveness.
Football, band football, that's HBCU culture. They go hand in hand. It's no football game without HBCU bands. Your halftime show has to be so good where they're talking about it the next day in Sunday school. Yeah, it was that competitive.
Band definitely got the pride in them, man. And we don't mind saying that we the best. Because we got the what on our chest, got the S on our chest, you know. So that was something they have to live up to. Either you lived up to it or you didn't. I'd hate to have not lived up to it. Where would I be? What would I believe in? What would be the legacy that you leave behind?
Just be 2 points. He knows right there it's a prop because if he picks it up and tries to run it out, he gets tackled on the floor. What that reminded me of those fans.
At Southern, Coach Pete was 134-62, a record making him the second winningest coach in Southern University history.
I think the first one I played in against Eddie down in New Orleans, we were losing there at the end, and all of a sudden we had an opportunity to win the game in the last minute. And I think that had an impounding effect on me and my attitude towards what it meant to the people, because they really appreciate the effort that our football team put in. Never could visualize that HBC could get that many people at one game. I think that's second to none when you have an opportunity to play in the Classic, and I think every individual should have an opportunity to go to the Bayou Classic to experience that. It meant a great deal to the state of Louisiana. The people, especially that went to the HBCs or minorities in those states, have a lot to be proud of, because a lot of classics didn't have the notoriety that the Bayou Classic had. And of course, when Eddie Robertson was blessed enough to get it on national television at prime time.
Against Southern from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's the Bayou Classic. We'll have the kickoff right after these messages from your local.
I mean, we didn't play at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. We played at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, going against the major schools, and even going against them. I think our people understood that the HBCs can be representative throughout the country. The people had a lot of pride in this game, and not only the legacy for the last 50 years, but something that you can have a right to brag about.
When I look at the legacy of this game, when I think back of the pride and the tradition, Eddie Robertson, Doug Williams, Pete Richardson, the Eric Randalls, and so many others that have come before us on national television and given us great games. And then I think there are so many people who made tremendous strides from where this game, when it was just a Southern Grambling game, to turn it into what it is today. One of the biggest happenings in New Orleans and one of the biggest black happenings in the entire country.
He put Grambling football on the map. At one time, becoming the winningest coach in college football history.
Oh, Eddie Robertson was, my grandfather shared with me on many of occasions how great he was. As much as he pulled for Southern, he pulled more for Eddie Robertson because he talked about what he did for that black institution up there in the North.
If you think back to the days of segregation, you know, if you were black and wanted to go to college, you either went to Grambling or you went to Southern, because there was no other choice. And I think when you look at across, especially across the state of Louisiana, you know, blacks who worked as educators really made an impact across this state in so many different communities.
I'm used to hearing yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Value, respect, and we see that in the band right now. Each band director build upon the culture. It's not this band, well, this band is better than the band before, this band. No, we adding on to the culture. And you want to make it better, you want to add little tweaks because you want to see improvement in our brand. So it's so important that we don't deviate from the culture too much.
And let's make certain that you're leaving some kind of crumbs on. They say success leaves clues. So, and pretty much you're looking at the success as you talk, as you walk.
You are part of the legacy. You made a contribution to history, to a tradition, a rich tradition, and a great legacy. So you want the standards of excellence to continue through this generation and the next generation. See you at the Classic. Don't meet me there, beat me there. It's wartime!
And I promise you this, as an athlete, an ex-athlete, coach, or whatever, guy, I wish I could play. But if you ain't ready to play in this atmosphere, you'll never, ever be ready to live a life of competitive, whether you're on the work, job, or anywhere. You ain't gonna never be working if you don't feel it now. If you don't feel it now, you ain't gonna ever feel it. I promise you that, guys. Because there ain't a better atmosphere in America. We here just to go This is what it's all about. Ground and Southern. It's the whole weekend. That's what it's all about.
It's ride or die, but it's love though. It's love though.
Yes.
We don't, you know,
ain't no doubt about it.